Hi guys, it's Talisha and today I'm filming a winter essentials for your horse. Now, a couple weeks back I did winter essentials for the rider, which was more on apparel and keeping yourself warm. This one is about the horse. So I don't have heaps of things for the horse, but I'll just go over what I do to keep my horses warm. So first of all, I'll start off with the quarter sheet. If you guys don't know what a quarter sheet is, I'll post a photo of it here. This is not me or anything, it's just what one looks like on the horse. I didn't have a photo of me using it. But I bought this, I think 2 winters ago, and I got it just off eBay. I didn't buy like a really fancy brand one, but it's a polar fleece, stripy quarter sheet. And it has the straps around the back of the legs and then Velcro for around the saddle. So pretty much this is just to keep your horse warm while you're warming up. Now it depends where you live, you could leave it on for the whole ride. However, for where I live and what my winter is like, when it's really cold I'll use it while I'm warming Jep up, and then once she's warm and gotten moving and isn't as cold, I'll take it off, just because I don't want her to get too hot. And because my horse is rugged all through winter, she's used to having that rug on her, so I don't like, you know, unrugging her completely and putting a saddle on and taking her out and then having her freeze while she's warming up. I find this helps her, and she's a lot more comfortable when she warms up in it. Then once she's warm, I'll take it off her. Johnny! Hey! The next thing I do is I use paddock boots. So paddock boots are also like exercise boots. I have a pair here. These are actually my work ones, so like my exercise ones. I don't leave these ones in the paddock because I like these ones too much. So these ones are just the Mac and Mall exercise boots. And the reason that I love the Mac and Mall ones is because a lot of them don't have this plastic covering around them, so they can easily rip or break, where these ones are very strong and durable. And then the inside is a fleece. These ones are really nice thick fleece. I like using these when I'm doing flat work and stuff in winter because they're just so warm, where in summer I find it gets a bit too hot on their legs and their tendons, and I don't like putting too much heat on their tendons when it's warm days, so I only use them in winter. And currently, because it's very cold here right now, Jep has a pair of the thinner ones, not quite as thick as these, but they're thinner paddock boots on, and they're red, and they just have a little thin bit of fleece just to keep her legs warm when it's pretty cold in the paddock. And you don't have to use paddock boots. I know a lot of people that don't. I also know a lot of people that do. It's also an added protection. So if your horse is like pretty clumsy or hurts himself in the paddock a lot, it's pretty good for that too. But I only use them in winter. In summer, sometimes I use the fly boots, but hey, that's a whole different story. So that's what I'll do when it's summer here again in Australia. But yeah, so if you want to get a pair of these Mac and Mall ones, the links to contact Mac and Mall are in the description. But I absolutely love these. I've used them a few times, yet they still look brand new, and I think they're going to last me ages. Now, the next thing I have is about saddle pads. So in the winter, I like to use my thicker saddle pads like this one. I do not know the brand of this one, unfortunately, where I never use this kind of saddle pad in summer or spring or even autumn, just because I find them too hot. However, when it is really cold in winter, I like using the thicker ones, just because it's another added warmth thing. I won't use the thicker ones if it's a really like strenuous, long, or like, you know, hard ride, because then she'll sweat too much. Now, the last thing I'm going to talk about briefly is rugging. I'm not going to go into a heap of depth about the rugging situation, just because I'll probably end up doing a whole nother video about rugging and what I do for my horses with rugging. But pretty much for the winter, what I do is right now, so it's not winter yet in Australia, however it feels like it's getting very close for where I am. Like, it gets pretty cold where I am. So Jep is currently in a medium weather beater combo rug, so which was in my tackle recently, but I bought it brand new for winter because she'd wrecked her other medium weight rug. But just because it's not completely freezing yet, it hasn't gotten into negative degrees or anything, but it's, you know, it's getting lower and lower. So because Jep has been rugged all her life with previous owners and stuff, I keep her rugged. I don't want to change things up too much. I like keeping it how it was, and she's happy to be rugged. Plus, Jep doesn't really grow a thick winter coat. She barely even gets a winter coat. Like, where Kai's quite fluffy at the moment, so I've just got him in a lightweight standard neck rug, so he doesn't have a combo on just because it's his first proper rug, and it's kind of just more like a rain sheet. I mainly have him in a rug just so he doesn't get rain, scald or anything like that. It's very thin just because he's quite fluffy, but I just want that cover on him. And I don't want to put anything too heavy on him. He doesn't need it because he's so fluffy. And I don't want him to be one of those horses like Jep, who's very, like, who needs to be rugged all the time. And so yes, Jep's just in, so Jep has her medium weight rug on, and when it does get further into winter, I'll probably put a cotton rug under that medium weight rug. She probably won't need a heavyweight rug depending on how cold our winter gets, but I don't think she'll need a heavyweight rug. I like it when she's rugged. She keeps a nice clean coat, keeps it in good condition, doesn't get sun bleached, and it always looks nice. But on days when it gets a bit warmer, like even though most of the days are cold, sometimes we have days that like shoot up and get a little bit warmer, not hot or anything, just warmer, and that's when I'll take her medium weight rug off and put the cotton rug on. Depending on how cold it gets for where you live, a lot of people have heaters in their water troughs because some people's ice over, gets frost on it or anything like that, just so that the horses always have a good access to water and doesn't get frozen over. That's another thing to do. Of course, shelter is another way to keep your horses out of the weather, and if it's snowing or anything. My main paddock doesn't have a shelter currently, which is the paddock they're in at the moment. However, they have trees and stuff to keep themselves out of the weather, but it's obviously not as good as like a little run-in shed or anything like that, but we're working on it. And yeah, that's pretty much all I do to keep my horses warm in winter. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for my vlog. Bye!